Every human being wants to be accepted. It is one of our oldest instincts. Long before cities existed. Long before technology connected the world. Belonging meant survival. Being rejected could mean being left behind. Our ancestors depended on the group. To lose the tribe often meant losing everything. That instinct still lives within us today. But the world has changed. And while our surroundings have evolved, our minds still respond to approval and rejection in remarkably similar ways. Today, acceptance is measured differently. A notification, a like, a comment, a follower, a number on a screen. Never before have so many people been able to judge us so quickly. And never before have so many people allowed those judgments to define their happiness. Without realizing it, we begin chasing something impossible to keep. Universal approval. At first, it seems harmless. We dress a certain way. We choose our words carefully. We avoid saying something that might upset someone. We tell ourselves that we simply want to be polite. And often, that is true. Kindness is not weakness. Respect is not surrender. But there is a line. A line between kindness and dependence. The moment your peace depends on someone else's opinion, your freedom begins to disappear. Most people never notice when this happens. It happens quietly. One small compromise. Then another. You laugh at a joke you never found funny. You stay silent when you know something is wrong. You agree because disagreement feels uncomfortable. Little by little, you stop asking yourself one important question. What do I actually believe? Instead, you begin asking a different question. What will people think? Modern life rewards attention. Algorithms reward popularity. Social media rewards visibility. But none of these rewards guarantee peace. A person can receive thousands of compliments and still feel empty. Because external approval is temporary. It disappears as quickly as it arrives. And once it disappears, the search begins again. More attention. More recognition. More validation. It becomes a cycle that never truly ends. Marcus Aurelius understood something that remains true today. You have power over your own mind, not over the opinions of others. This simple idea changes everything, because it reminds us that control has limits. You cannot control what another person thinks. You cannot control every criticism. You cannot control every misunderstanding. But you can control your response. You can choose your character. You can choose your values. You can choose whether another person's opinion deserves space in your mind. There is a quiet strength that appears when approval is no longer your highest priority. Not arrogance. Not indifference. Calm independence. The ability to remain yourself, even when agreement disappears. Even when applause stops. Even when nobody notices your effort. Because real character does not require an audience. It exists even in complete silence. Many people believe confidence comes from being admired. But lasting confidence comes from something much deeper. It comes from integrity. From keeping promises to yourself. From acting according to your principles, even when nobody is watching. That kind of confidence cannot be given to you. And it cannot be taken away by criticism. It is built, choice by choice, day by day, moment by moment. There is a price for living according to your values. Not everyone will understand you. Some people will disagree with your decisions. Others may criticize you. A few may even walk away. For many people, this feels like failure. But perhaps it is something entirely different. Perhaps it is the cost of becoming authentic. The desire to be liked often convinces us to avoid difficult conversations. We apologize when we have done nothing wrong. We say yes when our heart says no. We hide our opinions to avoid conflict. At first, these decisions seem small, almost invisible. But over time, they begin to shape our identity. Every time we betray our values to gain approval, we lose a small part of ourselves. Freedom is rarely loud. It does not announce itself. It grows quietly. Every time you speak honestly. Every time you refuse to compromise your principles. Every time you choose integrity over popularity. Those moments build something invisible. Character. And character is far more valuable than reputation. Because reputation lives inside the minds of other people. Character lives within you. The Stoic philosophers understood this distinction. Epictetus taught that we should concern ourselves only with what we can control. The opinions of others were never ours to control. Only our actions. Only our choices. Only our response. This philosophy is surprisingly liberating. Because it removes an impossible burden. You no longer need everyone to approve of you. You only need to remain true to your own values. Imagine waking up one morning, without wondering who liked your post. Without worrying what strangers think. Without measuring your worth through numbers on a screen. What would remain? Perhaps something much stronger. Your own voice. For many people, that voice has been silent for years. Drowned beneath endless opinions. Constant comparison. continuous distraction. Learning to hear it again requires courage. It requires silence. It requires honesty. Being disliked is uncomfortable. No one enjoys rejection. But discomfort is not always the enemy. Sometimes discomfort is proof that you are growing. Sometimes it means you have stopped pretending. Sometimes it means you have finally chosen truth over approval. That decision is rarely easy. But it is often necessary. Because a life built entirely on pleasing others can never truly belong to you. The strongest people are not those who never experience criticism. They are the people who continue walking despite it. Not with anger. Not with bitterness. But with quiet confidence. They understand that every person carries different beliefs, different experiences, different expectations. Trying to satisfy them all is impossible. The attempt itself becomes a prison. And the key to that prison has always been in your own hands. Perhaps the greatest freedom is not the freedom to do whatever we want. Perhaps the greatest freedom is the freedom to remain ourselves. To think independently. To act honestly. To live according to principles rather than popularity. Because approval is temporary. Character is lasting. Popularity fades. Integrity remains. The crowd changes. Your values do not have to. The next time you feel the need to be liked, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself one simple question. Am I making this decision because it is right, or because I am afraid of being rejected? That single question has the power to change your life. Because if this message resonated with you, please consider sharing it with someone who may need to hear it. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Silent Value for more timeless wisdom, Stoic philosophy and lessons that become more valuable with time. In a noisy world, wisdom remains a quiet advantage. Thank you for watching. And remember, true value is often found in silence.